In the last video, I was showing you the camper before I really did any work to it, and I just wanted to do a little walkthrough where I've done a little bit of painting and cleaning up to the camper. Now, what I did with this stripe is I painted it. It's actually Rust-Oleum. I spray painted it on. It's called Seaside, the color. I put a primer coat on there with the Rust-Oleum. Um, and I wanted to go over this thing right here. I found out that that's where you add water into the uh, water tank, the water storage tank. Just put a hose or something through there. That's your exhaust, your air vent for fumes, I guess, from the sink drain pipe. That's for your gray water from the sink, and that's to add water from the campground or whatever. I painted this little cover here just with some house paint. I want to add some color to it, but I cleaned it up with some simple green, and I was just trying to get it from looking so dingy. And I also have come out here and cleaned the windows, and I also cleaned the metal trim around here with some uh, Brillo pads. The tag, the thing that the tag goes on right there. I don't know if you can see that, but it took like 2 hours to get those screws off there, and I had to use WD-40 and let it soak for like 2 days. And I came here and I caulked around everything, all up through there, and I painted this stripe over here too. Now these wheels down here, I just wanted to make a comment. I believe this is a 1966 Shasta compact 10 foot. These wheels are, I've seen those little half moon wheel covers, but they're generally for like a 15-inch tire. This is a 175 70R13. So I think if you're going to get a half moon cover for these, it has to be 10 inches or so, instead of the 15 inches that you normally see. Now I've done a good bit of work on the inside as far as painting, and I took the hinges off, the handles off the doors, and soaked them in a light bleach solution. You could not believe the crud that came off of them. It pretty much, these are the original hardware. You can see they're really, really pretty. They were covered with rust and different things, but most of it came off just soaking it. I did have to scrub it a little bit with a Brillo pad. These curtains were in here. I bleached them out and put them back up, but I really want to get some floral curtains in here. I painted pretty much the entire camper in this really pretty blue color. What I did is I took some house trim paint and I put a little bit of dark turquoise color in it, and it came out like this, which I think it looks really well. This thing up here is still a mystery to me because, as you can see, it doesn't lay flat. I may just take this piece right here off. Haven't decided at this point. Or I suppose I could just leave it back like that for storage. Yeah, all this hardware cleaned up really, really well, and I think the blue color is really nice. I just basically got junk in here. I put cleaned up the water tank and put it back in. I'll only be using that tank for like to wash dishes and stuff, not for drinking water. Then I left this original, I'm sure it's not original to the camper, but it's a really old paper towel holder. I thought it was cute. Now another thing, dilemma that I had that I did a bunch of research about was this ice box. This actual where you would put ice up there for, um, that's not moonshine, folks, it's just water, for to keep your food cold. Well, I thought about getting a little refrigerator and putting in here, but here's the problem. This door is only 18.5 inches wide, and this refrigerator is 22 inches wide. So even if I could get it out of the wall, we're still looking at depth-wise and width-wise, it's too big to go out the door. So I'm curious how people have done that, because I have seen where people have replaced those. The skylight is not a skylight, it's just a piece of plexiglass. And it was dripping a little bit right here, so I went out on the top with a ladder and caulked all the way around that. I still waiting on my door handle for the exterior door there. I also came in here and shored up these walls. I screwed this 2x4 into the floor with some really long screws, and I got this stuff called goop and glued that piece of wood, looks like about a 1x6 on the wall, to the 2x4. And I also